The zero factor property is a special property of the number 0. If two numbers have a product of 0, then at least one of the number must be 0. So let's take a look what that means. So if I have A plus B is equal to 0, what do I know about A and B? I mean, A could be equal to 1 and B could be equal to -1, right? That would be one possibility. I would have another possibility. A could be equal to 2 and B could be equal to -2, right? So we cannot really come up with the solutions here, one solution, single solution, if we had A plus B is equal to 0. However, if I have A times B is equal to 0, then I can conclude from here, if A times B is equal to 0, then I can say either A must be equal to 0 or B must be equal to 0, or both are equal to 0, right? So remember, when we factored the expression, we changed the terms from adding and subtracting each other. We changed it after we factor it. We changed it into multiplying each other. So the first step of solving equation would be to get it from this form, which is not the factored form, into a factored form and let it equal to 0. And from there, we can conclude that if A times B is equal to 0, then either A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0. So it says if two numbers have a product of 0, these two numbers have a product of 0, then at least one of the number must be 0. So that should make sense, right? So let's take a look at some examples here. When I want to solve 8x plus 3 times 2x plus 1, here I have a factored form already. So I can conclude from here that either 8x plus 3 is equal to 0 or 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. So I can solve for each of these separately. So here I can subtract 3 from both sides of the equation. I get 8x equal to -3. Divide both sides of the equation by 8. This would be my one solution. And then here, if I subtract 1 from both sides of the equation and divide each term by 2, this would be my other solution. So you have to check the two solutions in the original equation. The solution checks. The solution would be, you can write it as a set, like this, set of the numbers. So the solution would be -3/8 and -1/2. You should always check your answer.